So Halo 3 ODST came out in 2009 as a spin-off basically of the insanely popular Halo 3. Back when this game came out, it actually came with two discs. One was for the story, and the other was just a Halo 3 multiplayer disc. And it also came with a bonus map pack on that multiplayer disc. It was the final map pack to come out for Halo 3. All the way 2 years after it was released. That's how big Halo 3 was. But Halo 3 ODST is a spin-off, obviously, and it follows the story of one ODST, or Orbital Drop Shock Trooper, if you know the Halo lore. And it follows the story of a team of ODSTs and the events that happen immediately after the slip space jump of the Prophet of Regret ship in Halo 2. And I think the events go all the way to the beginning of Halo 3. Now, in ODST, obviously, you are not Spartan. That's one of the driving themes of this game, is that you're not a one-man wrecking crew. You can be, but you're going to probably get your ass kicked if you try to be. Because in Halo 3 ODST, we have a health bar again, and if it doesn't take much to freaking lose your armor, or whatever you want to call it, before you start actually taking health damage. And then you have to find a health pack or whatnot to restore your health. One of the first things you will notice when you start playing ODST is its open worldness, or non-linearity if you would, whichever one you prefer. In the first 10 minutes of this game, you will basically be doing nothing. You just run around, kill some Covenant, and then finally after approximately 10 minutes, you'll get a pop-up saying that you're lost and you gotta contact the superintendent. The only thing that bugs me about this is that you will actually probably end up running right by where you're supposed to be going, but because the game wants to basically show off how non-linear it is, you freaking don't know where you're supposed to actually be going. Eventually, you will contact the superintendent, and you will get told basically where you're supposed to go. You get a world map, or city map if you would, and basically that shows you where you're supposed to go. Then you have to travel through the city and find a clue in the big blue circle where you're supposed to find a clue there, and that'll engage the story segment following one of the other team members of your ODST team. The other team members in your ODST squad are Dutch, Mickey, Romeo, Dare, and Buck, who is voiced by Nathan Fillion, who I forgot to edit in his part that I actually recorded back in the Destiny review. And the Nathan Fillion, if you ask me, is arguably the best. He is screw Nolan North. He is probably the best voice actor in video games today. He's got Buck in Halo, Cade 6 in Destiny. This guy absolutely owns the role of Buck, and I really can't wait for him to come back in Halo 5. But once you, in New Mombasa, you find the clue for each. You'll find a clue for each one of them and see their part all through the eyes of the superintendent, which is basically the city manager of the city, if you would. The superintendent also has several speaking parts in some of the mission.
Attention travelers. Lost items can be claimed on lower level.
And I'll be honest, he's pretty freaking funny. Really snide remarks here and there, and just basically smart-ass comments all around. He really is a pretty good character if you keep your ears open.
School zone. Please slow down.
What the hell happened here?
Final notice. Bill past due.
Due to, in part to Halo 3 ODST's non-linearity, it mostly is loved or hated by the Halo community. A lot of people see it as basically the outlier, while a lot of people think it's Bungie's greatest achievement. Basically because it's so different from the other main series Halo games, it really stands on its own. Which some people like and some people don't like. If you ask me, overall, I definitely like a Halo 3 ODST. Once you get into different missions for each ODST member, it basically just becomes Halo. Some of the freaking par times though that I've seen for these missions are freaking insane though. Tayari Plaza, I want to meet the person who can beat that in 3 minutes. And then some of the open world segments are freaking, or open city segments if you would, are freaking insane. I mean, 3 minutes when you literally can't do anything for like the first few minutes for freaking waiting to get the queue to actually go talk to the superintendent. That's freaking nuts. I digress though. Halo 3 ODST, without a doubt, if you're going to get this game, get it on the Master Chief Collection. Sure, you can probably get it for dirt cheap from GameStop, but the 60 frames per second and updated graphics obviously make the Chief Collection version the best version. I do have to say, the frickin' Halo 3, how well that graphics engine has held up over the past 8 years is freaking mind-boggling. That's what Bungie was able to accomplish with Halo 3's graphics, and this freaking engine are unbelievable. I always forgot to mention, Marty O'Donnell obviously does the music for ODST, and a lot of people think this is his best soundtrack, and I almost agree with them. I still think Halo 3's is better, but it does have a bit of a different air to it than the chanty, more classical stylings of the first 3 Halo games. So good job all around, graphics and sound wise. And ODST, I definitely recommend this game. It's definitely a bit different from the first 3 Halo games, and even from Halo 4. So definitely give this one a shot. That's Jeff from Studio 41 Gaming. I almost actually said Productions there. I caught myself at the last instant. And thanks for watching. My next review will be Halo Reach, and I'm probably going to release that like 2 days before Halo 5 comes out because I can. Thanks for watching.